Hello there, welcome to your first alert weather forecast. My name is Julie Godot. We're going to talk about the severe weather that we're going to be seeing through some parts of the country for the next couple of days. As we jump into our first map, here is going to be what our surface analysis is going to look like for your Wednesday out there, or for your Thursday, I should say. We're going to see this area of low pressure here across the high plains, across Oklahoma. We got Kansas and Nebraska there. We do have this area of low pressure that's going to be hanging out here over Nebraska and Kansas. A secondary low down here across southern Kansas. So we got a nice double barrel low pressure center going on here with an associated warm front dropping down to the south. We have another frontal boundary going across the Midwest here through the Tennessee Valley and right offshore across the Carolinas there. And this here, all of this activity is going to be the catalyst for the potential of some severe weather in this region for your Thursday out there. So you could see the potential for marginally severe thunderstorms, as there will be a marginal severe risk for that area. We'll see some general showers here through up into the northern plains into North Dakota. We're going to see those showers, maybe some thunderstorms embedded into there. None of this activity to the north is expected to be severe. We could see a shower or a straight thunderstorm down along the east coast of southern Florida there, and then a few more rain showers and snow showers here across the northern Rockies into Oregon, as well as parts of Washington there along the Puget Sound could pick up some rain showers for your Thursday. So as we look at the map for Friday, here is the progression of that weather system, as we are seeing this low pressure center here and this other area of low pressure start to lift to the north into the plains there. Our severe weather threat actually will increase here across parts of Kansas, as well as Missouri and Arkansas, and into parts of Iowa and Nebraska there. Our severe weather threat will increase for Friday, so you're going to see a better chance of severe weather in those areas. But we'll see general rain and thunderstorms through the Ohio Valley here in the Indiana, parts of Kentucky, the Tennessee Valley as well could see those showers and storms start to move into your area. A few more showers and storms down here in Florida, as well as the Pacific Northwest, at least into the northern Rockies. As far as we're concerned, as you can see some of those snow showers, some of them could be quite heavy at times through parts of Idaho and western Wyoming and Montana there. But we'll see that rainfall spread through the state of Montana and into the Dakotas. We're going to see that rainfall as well. Some of that could be heavy, and we could see a few strong thunderstorms in that area. So here we are, as we're going to get more in depth into our severe weather outlook here. And here's what we're going to see for your Thursday. Here's our marginal threat here through the southern and central plains. So we got Kansas and Oklahoma and north central Texas here, where you have a marginal risk for severe weather. And the big things to worry about for your Thursday in this area is going to be large hail and damaging winds. One or two tornadoes is certainly possible in this region, but the tornado threat or the tornado energy is not quite as strong in this area. So we're not going to be worried too much about too many tornadoes, but one or two tornadoes is definitely going to be possible in this scenario here. So here's what we're going to be looking at out there for your Friday. So Friday, we got a much better shot at some severe weather, as things look to be a little bit more energetic and organized. We have an enhanced risk of severe storms here through parts of Kansas and southern Nebraska there. You could see a little bit higher risk of your tornado threat in this region as well. Large hail and damaging winds is going to be more likely in your slight risk area, and then you have a marginal risk area in the dark green here, and this is where you can see your marginal risk of isolated severe storms in that region. And elsewhere in the light green, we're talking about the general thunderstorm threat. So we have non-severe thunderstorms for this area, as we're going to see maybe a possibility of a straight isolated thunderstorm. And that's really up there, pretty much your big threat for severe weather over the next couple of days. Now, as we break down some of the parameters for this severe weather for your Wednesday, here is our CAPE. Our CAPE is convective available potential energy. This is the amount of that the atmosphere has to work with to generate severe thunderstorms. We nickname this thunderstorm juice. So we don't, here we are, if we look at our colors here, you can look at these colors, and then our graphic down here shows you about how much CAPE that is. So we're looking at least 1,000 joule kilograms of CAPE. So that's so it's okay, but this time of the year you tend to see CAPE out like this, but you usually have a kicker, so you can have strong CAPE but not really see any storms because you need a trigger nearby in this time of the year. And usually it's some kind of a frontal boundary, an area of low pressure, a trough of low pressure, some kind of atmospheric feature that can help support and kick off those thunderstorms. We need something to initiate the lift in the atmosphere. And this time of the year, you're going to rely on that more so than the difference between the heating and the cooler levels of the atmosphere. So we have a somewhat moderate kick in the area that's going to help to fire off some of those stronger thunderstorms. So we are working with that moderate level of CAPE. So it's kind of a moderate level of CAPE. Things look a lot better for Friday, though. Friday certainly looks a lot more interesting as we see this CAPE definitely increase through Oklahoma and Kansas here. I think this area here is going to be our main focus for some of those stronger thunderstorms there. So we'll see our stronger thunderstorms through parts of Oklahoma, especially Kansas, and over into Missouri. You guys are going to be seeing those more severe thunderstorms as you get better CAPE and more, we have a trigger to work with in that area as well. And now our CAPE for Friday, as you find your colors here, we're looking at about 2,000 to 3,000 kilograms of CAPE for this area. So here we are as we look at what our SIN is. Now our SIN is our convective inhibitors. So this is what we call a CAP. This is the cap over the atmosphere. If you look at the atmosphere, you have your warm parcels, your warm air rising, right? As it rises, it cools as it goes higher into the atmosphere. Now, that cooler layer of the levels of the atmosphere, there's usually sometimes there may be a warm tongue or just a warm layer in between layers of cold air, and that warm layer is going to block any thunderstorms from developing. So as your updrafts rise, it hits that layer of warm air, doesn't like that warm air. So your thunderstorms will level off there. So if that warm air is pretty low in the atmosphere, then your cloud tops won't get very high. You're not going to get thunderstorms out of that. But if you have a strong enough updraft, you get a strong updraft, that updraft breaks through that cap, then you will see those thunderstorms develop. But it has to get through the cap. And the darker those colors are, the stronger that cap is. So that's the more work the atmosphere has to do to generate those storms. So if you have a strong trigger in the area to help generate those thunderstorms, that forcing could force that updraft through that cap. So that is the cap that we're looking at for Thursday. Here is our cap, our CAPE, our cap, our SIN for Friday. So our SIN for Friday is CIN, convective inhibition. For Friday, it's going to be a little bit more impressive here as we got a larger area of capping going on across the atmosphere. And those thunderstorms are going to have to work a little bit harder to get through that cap, but there's going to be enough energy that we think that it's not going to be too difficult to get those thunderstorms going, especially later in the afternoon and the evening hours when you have the strongest daytime heating and you get that area of low pressure and those frontal boundaries in the area, and if they're moving, if you're getting that forcing occurring, then we'll get those thunderstorms to develop. And here we are. This is our lifted index, and this is our instability in the atmosphere. This is the air being able, how easy it for the air to get ready to lift up. And on Thursday, we have some pretty good lift out there, but we need that instability. And Friday, we have even better shot, much more lift going on. Our lifted index is a lot higher for Thursday through Kansas, especially here into Missouri. I think southwestern Missouri, southeastern Kansas, northwestern Oklahoma, and northeastern Oklahoma and northwestern Arkansas is going to be our hotspot for that severe weather for your Friday. So here we are looking at our lapse rates. This is your hail indicator here, and when if you want to look at the hail you could have, your lapse rates is what you want to look for. So we're looking at decent lapse rate through the Central Plains for your Thursday. For Friday, it gets even better. That instability is definitely better there. So we're going to get those very strong updrafts, so that can generate some really good hail. Or so we could see some guerrilla hail through Missouri and parts of Kansas here, I think, for your Friday as well. So here we are with your bulk shear. Now, your bulk shear is the twisting in the atmosphere that you're going to get with height. So we got some pretty good bulk shear. We got some 30, 35 knot bulk shear for a Thursday. So it's okay, bulk shear, and you can get some of those thunderstorms going, get that twisting. So when you get good bulk shear, it makes the thunderstorms lean because you have twisting and you have wind change with direction. So then your updraft is not directly underneath where your downdraft is going to start. They kind of get displaced where the updraft comes in more of an angle, and then your downdraft, when the precipitation starts, is straight down. So they're not on top of each other. So that updraft can last longer if you have good shearing taking place. Thunderstorms like shear because the shear allows the updraft to last longer. So you get the thunderstorms that can grow and develop further, and you can reach those severe levels. Here we are for your Friday. So Friday, we certainly see a lot more bulk shear going on through Oklahoma here, as well as Arkansas and Missouri, especially southern Missouri here. We're going to see a lot more bulk shear. This is about 45K or 50 knot bulk shear. So that's pretty good indication that we could see that severe weather for that region. You want to see at least 40 knot bulk shear when you want to get these severe thunderstorms going. So once you've hit that 40 knot, that's pretty decent for a good shot at a severe thunderstorm development. Here is our severe threat for Thursday. For the 28th, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 12. I'm going to give the severe thunderstorm threat for Thursday 3 out of 12 because we just have some factors that are kind of limiting that I don't think we're going to see any widespread severe weather on Thursday. But Friday, however, we are going to give it a 7 out of 12 because the dynamics look a lot better. We definitely got more bulk shear. We got better lapse rates. We got higher. I think the sand won't be too difficult for those storms to break through, and we have good instability and excellent lift out of these with these conditions that we're going to be seeing out there. That was a look at our severe weather threat for Thursday and Friday here. As the week progresses and we see the information for the subsequent days and into the weekend, I will do another update on the severe weather. And also another thing that we're going to start talking about pretty soon, especially as we enter the month of May, is our tropical weather. So now the hurricane season for 2022, hurricane season 2021 officially just ended. Now we're going to be getting ready for 2022 season to get started at the end of May, but it's possible that we're going to start to see some tropical depressions and tropical systems start to develop even before we get to May 30th. So I think about mid-May, I'm going to start my coverage of the tropical weather that's going to be taking place down over the tropical Pacific and the tropical Atlantic. My name is Julie Godot. Thanks for watching. Please leave your likes, your comments, and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.